your best, and especially how the way it runs from chapter to chapter. Lots of people speak. It's like a relay race where people are handing on the baton of narration from one person to another. And dogs speak, coins speak in this book. You get a big history of Istanbul in the 16th century. Would you like to say something about that?
Yes, sure. That you may know that my name, I wrote a book called My Name is Red, which is about 16th century, I would say Ottoman, Persian, and about 16th century Ottoman, Persian, and Mughal painters. Ottomans are in decline, Persians are in the center, and it's a source of inspirational source. Mughal painting inspired perhaps by also slightly by post-Renaissance, Christian or Catholic painting, or more Portuguese tradition, was the future then in late 16th century. I wanted to explore so many things in one novel. One, I wanted to, since I wanted personally to be a painter between the ages of 7 and 22, I wanted to write a novel about the immediate joys of putting color on an empty page, about joys of writing, joys of seeing the world through not only words but also colors. Also, writing about this damning issue of destruction or destruction of the tradition and new ways of seeing things, drawing things, writing things. This damning subject of cultural change we are so much aware of, thinking about, painfully aware about, but we don't have much power to control it. This is inevitability of historical, especially cultural change. Is a subject, of course, is heavily embedded in, because perhaps Turkish Ottoman culture is a culture that is, in a stereotyped version, I would say, has foot into great traditions, classical Islamic culture perhaps, and also a strong influence of Western modernity. What happens when our classical culture change? Please pay attention to personal reactions. These were my subjects. That was the agenda that set me going into My Name is Red. Also, the joys of looking at 16th century Islamic imagery. When I wanted to be a painter at the age of 15, when I was in my teenagers, my examples were Western, French Impressionists. I wanted to paint like them when I was a teenager. Then, late in life, I was faced, in fact, when I was first time in the United States, I had an anxiety of, my God, what libraries, what museums, what culture? So what is my culture? This I asked myself when I was 32, and went inward, went backward in a way, and searched for a continuity in my past. And the classical Turkish Sufi culture at that time in my youth was considered to be too reactionary, too old. It is a heavy burden to embrace modernity. Why not forget it, was the attitude of the early Turkish modernizers, secularist modernizers. While I came from a third generation where we ask, well, this culture may help us at least in feeling, with producing a new modern culture, especially if we try to see it in a secular way, because traditional culture is heavily embedded in two things, religion and